I love it. You see, that just gets me fired up and pumped up, dude. Now, here's the thing. Okay, we're not going to talk about this much anymore, and it was a little bit of a distraction because it's one of those things that just vexes me, dude. It's like one of those things where you can sort of like, the ending of the movie's not quite right, and you just want to kind of discuss a little bit. Well, I think it's like The Sopranos. You know, when The Sopranos went off the air, my explanation went up on the New York Times. They linked to it on their NewYorkTimes.com, whatever. Like, everyone had different theories. What's this? No, it means that. What means this? It means that. I don't know, dude. I mean, seriously. So that was a great show. If you want to call in, if you have something to say about that, like what you think this Harmer thing's all about or anything else, we're about to shift gears entirely into all this other hot national news and Obama, everything. But I want to hear from the people out there because this is where this whole thing went down. CD11, 1-866-770-5556. We got one of the so-called Van Pelts. One of the big GOP guys in the chat room going back and forth and, having this opinion, the tsunami stopped at the Sierras. It's not a natural event, okay? It's not like a weather storm, okay? We could have won here. We had all these, here's the thing, and Dave knows this. It's like we had all these Van Pelts telling us we were going to win all this stuff, Barbara Boxer was going to go home, Nancy Pelosi, we were going to win all these races. Look at the polls. We had all this time. Yeah, see? Now they're laughing in the chat room. See, and then that's what I'm saying. Nobody wants to be held accountable. I just saw this thing this week, talking about this real quick, and we will shift gears. It's like, our little buddy again, Tom Del Beccaro, quoted by this it was so weird, quoted by this one reporter that seemed to get these other sort of weird stories before too. And there's a new theory now. I don't know if you saw this one, Dave, but there's a new theory now because we heard the theory that first it was on Sussman's show, hey, blame the voters. This is my opinion of what went down. Blame the voters. You voters, that was that. Then it was like, then we heard in this other theory here that, the tsunami stopped at the Sierras. Again, natural event, has nothing to do with us. Well, if it's a weather event, then, wake me up when it's over because we don't need to do anything. It's just going to do it on its own. Then we also heard that it was Arnold's fault. It was Arnold's fault. Arnold was the brand, and he really ruined the brand, even though nobody was thinking about Arnold Schwarzenegger except for the small little cameo that he did in The Expendables, okay, which was a great movie. I saw that over the weekend, and or the holiday. And then we had, it was Arnold and Meg. And, we had, our buddy Chucky DeVore putting that out there and stuff like that. It's like, of course, no mention of him and his race and Carly Fiorina or anything like that. It wanted to look like he has sour grapes. So now it was Meg's fault, even though she poured money into negative ads. Just dumped and just doused money into negative ads on the Democrats and put money into GOP registration, whatever, and seemed to be like, putting more money in than a lot of other folks around here. So, blame Meg, I guess. It's like, whoa, so wait a minute. And then we have conflicting messages where it's like, well, now we're going to have this caucus system and that's going to get it done. So now we don't trust the voters. So wait a minute. Do we need more moderate people? Because that's what the Van Pelts always tell us. We need more moderate people like Meg and others, to run and stuff like that. And then we have this cross current of, well, no, if we do the caucus system, we'll get the real conservatives, and that's what'll win. It seems to me that all we're going to get there is just more control by the insiders and basically telling people, the voters to pound sand. I don't know how it's all going to work out and whatnot. And so now we have the latest. Here's the latest excuse. The latest excuse is for the California GOP is, there was this magic mailer. Magic mailer, like it's Merlin or something like that. Supposedly there was this magic mailer that had this slate endorsements from the California Republican Party, and it never got mailed out, and this and that, whatever. And if we just could have got that out, that would have done it. Number one, nobody cares about mailers. Can I please tell you that again? Especially when that much money has been spent on radio and TV and this and that, whatever. I'm not saying they don't do anything, but let's give me a break. And then the alleged reason that it wasn't sent out is that Meg's people want to control it, and the California GOP want to control it. And I have no idea about this at all. This is just the latest things. And surprise, surprise, who's quoted? Tom Del Beccaro was quoted about it. So he had some opinions, but he wanted to make it clear that he didn't know anything about that mailer. So wait a minute. We're supposed to elect you to chairman because you've got this great leadership, right? But it's so funny. You don't seem to know anything about anything that went bad. So, and what have you done that's worked out? It's like, if you're the California GOP vice chairman, and you're the quote unquote self-proclaimed most heard voice in California Republican politics or whatever it is, which I don't agree with, but fine. then you are the brand, and you're supposed to be the person with the finger on the pulse and whatnot. And I'm told by Brian Sussman that one of the big reasons he deals with you, and I don't want to get into this inside baseball, is because, you've got that great inside information that you give him and blah, blah, blah. Well, so what information do you have then? Apparently you don't know what's going on. So are you asleep at the switch? It's just such a joke, dude. It's excuse after excuse after excuse. How about this as a theory, possibly? And now, Paul, you can tell me what you think about this. How about this as a theory? All these theories seem to kind of have one thing in common, at least, or all this logical theories, the California GOP. All these races, every statewide race for assembly, for Senate, for governor, on down, all have one thing in common, the California GOP. Am I right or wrong about that?
Yeah, you're right about that. And a lot of people, including Michelle Malkin, I believe Rush Limbaugh, a number of other national conservative columnists and pundits have kind of ripped upon the California GOP, and I think the result of this year's election reflects on why that is. If you can't get it done in this environment, then people there's a tendency to lose faith in the institution of the California GOP.
Right, and the thing is, and we're going to wrap this in 2 seconds, or 2 minutes here. We've got to move on with all this other type of stuff, but it just really is the thing that just irks me, and I know that our listeners out there, care about what our take on this. And look, even the Van Pelt here, Rep. Robert is saying, look, voters, the mailers are worth a 3-second look, and then they hit the trash. Exactly. Nobody cares about mailers, but they're enormously expensive. And then you have to ask yourself, well, why are people doing mailers? Well, follow the money. Who gets paid to do the mailers? And what kind of other things do those people that do the mailers not know how to do, i.e. videos, net, this and that, whatever. It's not really, in my personal opinion, it's not that hard to figure this stuff out, right? And so it's no different than the people at the horse and buggy industry not, wanting the new cars that roll off the Ford line. So anyway, look, and then I have people sending me, Tom Del Beccara's new articles about how we're going to, the silver lining and how we're going to fix the GOP, California GOP. You are the California GOP. You're declaring yourself the brand. And it's so funny because I don't need to read any of his stuff because he seems to listen to our stuff, repackage a lot of it, in my personal opinion. And then all of a sudden it's like, woo, it's his stuff. We need to build coalitions. We need to talk to minority voters like Hispanics. We need to use the net and YouTube better. Wow, who has been saying that? That's so revolutionary. It's like, dude, whatever. You don't have... Look, dude, I don't wish anybody ill, okay? Not Harmer, not Tom, nobody. Nobody wants the California Republican Party to do better than me. Nobody wants conservatives and Republicans to do better in California than me. We're not happy. Dave's not happy. The voters aren't happy. We all have to live with this thing. You think we're happy that we have Jerry Brown as governor? You think we're happy that we have Barbara Boxer? We're not happy. We're just saying we don't want more of the same. And all of Tom's prescriptions seem to sort of end up in, hey, if you just elect me and give me power to run all the campaigns and manage it as a central brand, and we do this caucus system where we get to keep everybody else, the voters out and have the control with the delegates, and everything's going to be okay. Yeah, you know what? I highly, highly, highly doubt that. It all sounds extremely self-serving to me, and I would be so much more open to listening to you, and Tom would have so much more credibility if he could just step up and say, you know what? I messed up. I was the California GOP vice chairman, and like Teddy Roosevelt used to say, the buck stops here, right? You at least share a good bit of that blame. If you're going to be I messed up, here's how I messed up, and I apologize, and here's how I'm going to try to do better. But instead, we're not hearing that. I didn't know about that mailer. I didn't know about the... How can you not know about the California GOP slate endorsement mailer, Tom? How is that possible? And if you really didn't know about it, what does that say? What are you doing? What should you be doing, and what are you doing? And maybe, like I said before, maybe he's appearing on TV and radio way too much and doing, in my personal opinion, a bad job instead of doing the things that need to be done. How can you not know about that? Anyway, I can go on forever. We got to shift gears. This is... ridiculous. I know, Robert, see, even the Van Pelts are coming over to our side. Everybody wants to win, dude. Nobody likes this lose stuff. Paul, let's talk about this. You're a basketball player, and everyone in our family played basketball, except for me, because somehow I was not good at it, but I was really, really good at wrestling, and I like wrestling better. So here we got this story with Obama with this busted lip. Oh my good, Dave's going crazy. Obama and this, you know what it is? I could actually shoot a little bit, but I like had hands of stone. Like anytime a penguin passed the ball to me, it's like hitting the wall and it's bounced around. I can't just, I know basketball is ridiculous, but everybody, hey, whatever. My family's really good at it. So, you know, Obama has this busted lip, 12 stitches. Now, I've never heard, everybody in our family played basketball. I mean, the girls played the basketball. You, Joseph, you know, our dad. Nobody ever got a busted lip. I mean, we were playing street ball in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, okay, in Washington, D.C. It's like, what's up with this?
Yeah, look, I mean, what person said, I know you did a video about this last night that we put on YouTube, and someone said in the comments that what probably happened was that Obama probably got elbowed in the chin, causing him to bite his own lower lip, and that's what ended up happening. That's probably true, which makes you think, you know, wear mouth guard. That's why people wear mouth guards, so stuff like that doesn't happen. And second of all, apparently the guy that busted him in the lip didn't apologize or whatever. It's like, what's going on here?
There is something really weird there. It makes me kind of think that there is something strange here. Now, this, if I have them, and we have a video up on YouTube on conservative media. Dave, you want to say something? What do you got? Dave's got something here.
You know, come on. Why would he apologize? Right. Apologize for what? They probably called the foul.
Right.
They got the ball. What does he need an apology for?
They're playing basketball. Obama makes himself look like
This is the problem. Basketball players, 12 stitches and they whine. Hockey players, 12 stitches, they're back on the next show.
Right. It's like a badge of honor. I love that. You see, dude, that's why we love Dave, dude. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, I did a video on this. Now, I was 4-time national champion, right, in powerlifting. Bronze medal at the World Championships. I was national world class in 3 strength and combat sports. I played nothing but, and Paul will tell you this, okay, nothing but, you know, football, martial arts, boxing, wrestling, powerlifting, Olympic lifting, all these things all my life. And I've been in all kinds, like about 50, you know, street fight stuff when I was a little kid with people trying to pick on us, whatever, because we were like some of the only minority kids in town and whatever, and just, you know, whatever. I mean, it's what kids do. It's fine. And not to mention our household was like a war zone all the time anyway, with 5 brothers and sisters and whatnot, and we were making our own little D&D weapons on the back porch and stuff, and believe me, we play live D&D. I mean, the only time I've ever gotten stitches I've been elbowed, punched, kicked, slammed in the head a bunch of times, okay? The only time I ever got stitches when I was doing martial arts training at high speed with a sharp metal pipe and banged myself, dude, and it wasn't 12 stitches. I say Obama's the wuss, dude. We're going to talk about all that and more when we come back. In this North Korea situation, that's actually real deal and teeing up, and with the economic troubles in Europe and the protests there, and we're going to talk about how that's going to affect over here. You're listening to the John D. Villarreal radio show on the Conservative New Media Radio Network. We'll be right back.